Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Vintage Survival. I have come to a decision. The shed must go. Now, why must the shed go, you ask? Well, I don't really have a use for it anymore. It doesn't fit the vast majority of our equipment. It has issues with the doors, and really, if it's just in the way. So, goodbye, dear shed. You have been sold. We shall not miss you. And now, in theory, if we buy somewhere to live, we could move our production there, you know, move our diesel fuel tank and everything over there, and not have to worry about it, which would be great. Now, on to the next thing. Pickup truck. I suppose I can turn the HUD back on. Pickup truck is going to take water tank and run away with it. After I do a quick test. I realized I should test what I'm thinking. Well, I know it'll work for the production. I just don't know if it would work for animals. But I'm thinking it must. I know I'm being very cryptic right now. But we've already put water in there. So we'll send it off. And while it's driving... No, it's under factories, right? Yeah, right here. Groundwater pump. If we were to stick this here in the corner, for example... or really anywhere on our property. Yeah, I kind of like right here. Taking a big gamble. So this is a factory that starts with 1,000,000 liters of groundwater. Takes, I don't know why it starts with 1,000,000 liters when it literally takes 0 to make 1,000 water. All we have to do is turn it on. Set it to distributing. And we are now pumping water. So, okay. I'm happy with that. And of course, there we go. Now, whether that'll work for animals, I really highly doubt it, but that's okay. So what are we going to be doing for the day? I don't know. What are we going to be doing for the day? Not a fan of that one. I wouldn't mind doing that one. Do that one myself. Without a worker. Mowing, mowing. Always mowing. We don't own a sprayer, which is too bad because that's right there. Supply and transport. Alright, so for the moment, unless we want to do yet another mowing contract, we don't have a whole lot. I'll check back in on this later. I am completely lining up on the wrong side of this, aren't I? You know I am, because I had it backed against the building. Oh boy. There we go. Let's grab some fertilizer. Ooh, is that all the more fertilizer we have left? Of course it is. Well, if it's not enough to get the job done, we'll have to make adjustments. It's just the way it is. And are we destroying the crop? Does not appear so. Let's get this job done. What is this going to take us? 20 seconds? Down and back, and then a little bit down again. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do in this episode other than what we know so far, because there aren't contracts, and we haven't really started ticking over on the money yet, on the money side of things. What it would be smart for me to do would be to work towards those animals, but we need a little over $3,000 a night for our financing fees, and that makes it a lot harder to save up for anything, obviously. The debate then becomes, do you get rid of something? If so, what? The obvious choice would be this tractor, and just not have multiple tractors at this point in time. I'm not really a fan of that idea though, because I like this tractor. That's why we have it. Well, this ended up being a little wider than I thought. That's okay. Still going really quick. So if we don't get rid of something, we just have to do enough work every day to pay for the financing fees, but at the same time it means that we don't have the funding to expand. That's kind of the downside to financing. And it's the same in real life, right? If you're constantly paying out for things that you've financed, you don't have the funding to do anything else, really. Well, that was perfect timing. And we'll just leave this attached because after we do our baling, which is the next job. Oh, that hail did a number on our potatoes. That stinks. That really does stink. Alright, well, anyway. Once we are done with the rest of our baling for our field, we will need to, our grass field obviously, we will need to get it fertilized. So that's the job I'm going to do next. I'm going to put you guys on a little time lapse and get things done. Kind of nice to have done something different there for once. We got to do a little plowing after our baling. Our fertilizing did not get done because I just dropped the fertilizer and sent this guy off to do this job. So he's here. He can head towards the barn also. And this hail, I'm over it. I'm so over it. What it's doing to our lovely crop of potatoes here is just hurting my soul. Look at that. Just hurting me. Yeah. Let's collect some money. That's pretty nice. What do we have? Cultivating down there? Yeah. We'll see. A wheat harvest? You know, if it wasn't just coming down like cats and frozen dogs out. Hmm. Yeah. Alright, buddy, you gotta just cycle right back around, because you're going to work. Actually, let's retract that statement. So the reason that I did what I did regarding dropping the fertilizer spreader is that Courseplay couldn't figure out how to do this field with it, which meant that I would have to do it myself manually, which will be what we do next. But first, there's more. Oh yeah, you're never getting in there, are you? That thing is just absolutely filthy. And where was that at? Up here, cultivating. Is that the same one? I'm so confused. We'll take it. It's decent money. And you know what? We'll take that too. Hoorah! I am hoping that we get to keep some of this wheat to start that distillery production already. Somehow turning wheat into corn. I still don't understand the idea behind that, but whatever. It's how the production works. Right now, I'm not going to argue with it. No, no more, no more. Don't you dare start throwing more precipitation at me. It's not allowed. I'm slightly concerned about our cultivating guy there. I see a 37% not going up. I'm going to go check on him. And of course, he's doing one of those goofy, I'm just going to reverse things. What we got here? 40%? Alright. You know what's crazy? I didn't even pay attention to where this is going. Wouldn't it be funny if it was going to our production? I might have gotten a little close there. Dude, how far back are you coming? Okay. Whew. And okay. Come on, dude, put your pipe out. Oops. Double oops. Have I had something to drink that I'm not aware of? Wow. Well, I guess we'll just shut the truck off and cycle back over here for a minute. How are we doing on money? 11 grand. We have a little bit of time left for the day. What else can we get out of the contracts? Suppose we could send the mower down. We could use that money. Okay, we got the mower going. This guy, just as I got the mower started, this guy announced he had a full grain tank. So let's see if he's going to be a nice guy and actually stick his pipe out for us today. I don't know what the heck is going on here. Really? Alright. We'll just handle this ourselves. I'm starting to think there's something seriously wrong with this trailer. So it looks like we're going to have to do about 3 loads. And we might as well make it 3 loads at that. Alright, where is this going? Uh-huh. Is there a nice little back way right here? It sure looks like it. Race across that field. Race across that field. Sneak in the back way. Alright, let's try it. Nice thing about grass fields. Yes. Got a little turnaround there. And right across the grass. Nice. That worked out pretty well. Better than our last trip over here with those bales. Yeah. That was... Let's go with irritating. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe I have some kind of mod conflict that's messing with my triggers, because auto drive won't unload, auto drive won't load, something is screwy, or rather course play won't load into an auto drive or into me manually driving it, so something's definitely screwy. Alright, I'm gonna just crack on with this work, and I will see you guys when it comes to the end of the day. Last unload. And we are so close to finishing the contract. Got a little squirrely. I discovered I can cut across this field because it's not to a growth stage yet where it'll be killed by me running over it. So that saves some time. There we go. So he's off. He can be off. Oh. Sorry. I gotta turn him around. And because of how I've done things here with the disaster that is my bale stack, really, guy? It's not that sharp of a corner, is it? Maybe it is. Plus, I need to redo these because I tried setting them up for 2 lanes and it just doesn't work. Alright, I guess I'm going to take over for this guy. We're going to blow past our own tractor here and put this into our distillery. That said, I think it's a good point to call it an episode. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and as always, I will see you on the next one.